The older I get, the more I resent men. Welcome to /r/dating. Please make sure you read our rules here. https://new.reddit.com/r/dating/about/rules, and remember to be polite and respect each other. Do not call people names or engage in slap fights. All advice given must be good, ethical advice. Do not post hateful or harmful rhetoric. You will be banned. https://www.reddit.com/r/dating/wiki/rules. Follow Reddit rules. Do not post content that promotes hate based on identity or vulnerability. Do not bully or harass other users. If you have any questions, please send the mods a message. https://www.reddit.com/message/compose/question2 =r/dating. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit/message/compose/question2 =r/dating if you have any questions or concerns. Asterisk. It's hard not to build some level of resentment dating nowadays. Every now and then it's nice to opt out for a beat and just enjoy being single, taking some time to explore new interests rather than spend time with people who don't value it. How transparent are you about your boundaries and intentions? Are you communicating this at the very beginning? If what you are doing is not working, and you should try doing something differently. A quick look at your profile history shows a pretty girl, interested in selfies and Instagram, etc. I'm sorry, but literally all of that is purely and entirely focused on around appearances. Not saying asterisk you asterisk are, but those activities are. And the algorithms around that will keep you in that bubble, and make sure that the people who see you on social media will be people who buy into that as well. So you'll get people that are interested in looks and sex. So, what are your interests? The ones that you would have, even if you were horrifically disfigured. Focus on these maybe and try and meet people through those. I'm finding that both men and women who complain about their dating experiences are attracted to the very people who exhibit the factors they are complaining about. I would recommend changing up your likes and must-haves and explore beyond your preferences. This post could have been written by me. I don't have any advice for you, but I feel exactly the same way and also think I must be the problem, as everyone around me seems to attract long-term partners without any difficulty. I'm in the same situation, just reversed roles. You'll find someone. You may have to change some things, but keep your head up. I feel the same about women the older I get. I am so sorry to hear you're feeling like this and that the men you've seen have treated you that way. I can only tell you that not all men are like this. I can only speak from my own mindset when I'm dating as a man. There is a wide group of women that I would date casually, but only a small subset I would feel the need to lock down in a committed relationship. As a man who dated a girl who wouldn't have sex with me for months, but I stayed, and she did sleep with me eventually, and we talked about marriage, but after a year she took away all physical intimacy because of her religious beliefs. We are out there for more. I just want some intimacy. Doesn't everyone? It's not all I want. Having a partner take it away after giving it has hurt me. I guess we all have our versions of hurt from relationships. I think that being alone and not trying to desperately search for someone is going to help you in this case a lot. Just work on yourself, pursue hobbies of your own interest, etc. You'll meet people, guys, that will have the same or similar interests, and then the communication won't be just about sex. Maybe explore why they only want sex from you. Is it because they're men? Or is it because they don't view you as someone who can provide any other value to them other than sex? That's a seemingly harsh question to ask, but many of us men want a woman who's attractive, useful, nurturing, curious, makes us feel good about ourselves, boosts our self-esteem, that we can trust, would make a good mother, and overall makes our lives better. That's what we look for. When we find that, we won't let that go. Just something to think about. I'm not being accusatory at all, I don't know you. Just throwing out a rhetorical question for you to ponder. I definitely think that dating app culture has directly led to this, and you are absolutely entitled to your resentment. I am a man, but so many of my female friends have said the same thing. They're getting ghosted by guys left and right on dating apps, and it always feels like the guys they're meeting don't want anything serious. I don't want to validate the toxic male side of this, and I want to add I don't condone horn dog behavior, but there is definitely some truth to the male side of dating apps, that being that the odds of meeting someone you genuinely click with are so astronomically improbable that a dude's mindset becomes, well, if I can just smash, then it's not a total waste of time. The things my friends have told me about their dating experiences make me ashamed as a guy. I don't think you're doing anything wrong, and don't listen to the people in the comments gaslighting you saying you're the problem. Dating culture is just rancid now. I hope you eventually have a good experience and meet someone who you vibe with. OP, you are not alone in this experience. I am 40 years old and I have been told by many that I am attractive. Despite this, and having a well-paying job and my own home, no man wants to commit to me. I have spoken to many different women who have reported similar experiences, and increasingly more and more women are choosing to opt out of dating altogether because of this phenomenon. Men do this weird thing where they ask me out on a date, and then while on the date, they inform me that they're not looking for a relationship, but still want to see me. They will often try to continue texting me, or asking me to come over to their place, despite having informed me that they don't want a relationship. And they are shocked when I tell them I'm not interested in continuing any type of contact with them. For the record, I'm not mad that they don't want to date me. But what does annoy me about men today is that they seem to expect girlfriend treatment from women they don't want to call their girlfriend. It's very confusing, and very selfish on their part. This behavior from men had been going on since my 20s and continues until now. Everyone told me not to worry, it'll get better when you get older. They will eventually stop acting that way. Newsflash. Men didn't stop acting that way. They act like this in their 40s and 50s as well. As a result of this type of behavior, I do not sleep with men in the first 3 dates. This gets rid of 95% of the men who only wanted to use me for sex. But there were consequences. I very seldom, if at all, get laid. It was a price I was willing to pay. As a result, I haven't been touched in over a decade. I don't regret my decision because I know they would have abandoned me anyway had I slept with them. It's a lose-lose situation. I really wish men understood the damage they are causing by behaving this way. I also really wish men only pursued women they actually liked and were attracted to, instead of hurting all the placeholder women on their way to the top. It's hard for me to understand how they can justify doing this. I certainly don't date men I feel meh about. I won't even have sex with men I feel meh about. So our options as women in today's dating world is this: be used for sex, or not be touched to have companionship at all. It takes a miracle for a man to call you his girlfriend nowadays. When I was young, being a girlfriend was the baseline, the bare minimum. Now, it has become the new marriage. That is the reality of things, and I ultimately decided to stop dating altogether because the way men are behaving is very damaging. My efforts are best spent on friendships and hobbies. I completely get what you are saying. Many on here are trying to say that you must be the problem, and I just can't get behind that. There is so much wrong in the dating world, I can't even begin to count all the ways. People want to say it's a hookup culture, it's because people are less social, it's this, it's that. I don't know what the answer is, but it's extremely frustrating. I was with my ex for 24 years and divorced in 2019. I had a grand old time dating after that and met men who would put in the effort and all of that. Many were wanting sex but were respectful about it. Something has really changed since then. I will match with men and get the bare-ass minimum. It's just disappointing time after time. I don't know if it's because there are bots or scammers galore. I don't know if it's because the dating apps are just focused on keeping us on the apps, so they don't match you correctly, or they even have employees faking accounts to give people just enough hope to keep them clinging to the apps. I've met men in the wild too, and it's the same, bare-ass minimum effort, or they are already dating someone but are less than honest about that little detail. I'm sorry I don't have the answers as I sit here and ponder them daily, but I get what you are saying. Right now I am enjoying peace cause I won't compromise that for anyone. If the stars align and I meet someone, they will need to match my effort in every way. My plan is to just focus on me and my interests in life. Sorry you are going through all that. I can understand the resentment. My LTR ended with infidelity and destroyed my confidence. The date scene is hard. It's difficult on both sides. I agree, it's hard not to resent the other side when you get certain responses, or lack of response. I do hope it gets better for you, and I hope you find a good person that wants to look beyond the intimacy. Sorry that has been your experience, and sorry the comment section is this bad. For demographic purposes, I'm 25 and from the UK. I have to say that my experiences have been somewhat, albeit to a lesser extent, similar. I'm not really sexually attracted to girls unless there is a romantic connection there that feels genuine. Yet it seems that the girls I'm meeting are only looking for situationships or hookups, which is just not me. So I guess all I can say is, you're not the only one, and there will almost certainly be your person out there somewhere. To add, the fact you're able to identify that these experiences are affecting your judgment on men is a good thing, as no one likes to be generalized, so kudos to you. Why would a man want a long-term relationship with someone who actively resents them? I think a lot of people, both men and women, are looking for a partner when in reality they should be looking for therapy. Guess it works both ways. It's frustrating trying to put effort in getting to know a woman, only to met low effort, ghosting, I'm too busy, poor conversations. 95% of the time it turns into an interview where I play reporter. Say the right things but the actions don't back it up.